Wizards of the West Coast. Tapping out, slinging spells. I hate your deck. We want to give you the true LGS experience. We show up, sling spells, and have fun. Now meet our players for this episode.
What's up, everyone? It's Lace from I Hate Your Deck. Welcome to another exciting episode where we're bringing salty and spicy people. Someone's going to get the Spice Award for winning, and the other one will be all salty for all of us who don't win. And more importantly, I just love playing paper magic with my friends.
Hi, my name's Daniel. First time on the show. I'm excited to be playing paper magic with some new faces. I'm excited to cast some big spells.
I'm John. I'm excited to be back. Today I'm playing my spirit animal. He's a gremlin, and I am a gremlin.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Larry. Stoked to be back here, play Magic on I Hate Your Deck, and hopefully not be salty.
AKA, he's like, I want to win. Hey, if you want to talk to me or hang out in the Discord, join our Patreon. It's a great way to support the show so we can keep making these awesome, spicy, fiery episodes. So I hope to see you in our Discord hanging out with us as a patron. For all you new Commander players out there who haven't heard, there's Awesome Rule Zero pre-game conversation where you get to talk about your power levels of your decks to kind of make sure you're in the right pod. Or maybe if your deck's too weak, maybe your friend will let you borrow a stronger deck so you can have fun actually competing on the level and not getting pub stomped. All right, let's have that pregame Rule Zero conversation. I'm gonna play Voja, Jaws of the Conclave. She's 2 colorless, red, green, and white. Legendary Wolf, Vigilance, Trample, Ward 3. Whenever she attacks, put X+1 counters on each creature you control, where X is the number of elves you control. Draw a card for each wolf you control. 5/5. She's a house. I got a lot of fast mana in this deck, got a lot of mana dorks, so I am looking to hopefully get a lot of mana quickly. And then it does have Staxy elements to hopefully like slow you all down a little bit till I can get enough stuff into play to then do like a Pathbreaker Ibex and pump them some more and swing wide. Like,
Mike, you had me at stacks.
Rule off.
I was gonna say, yeah, this sounds awful. Right?
No, I heart stacks.
Well, I'm piloting Zhulodok, Void Gorger. He costs 5 and 1 colorless. He's a legendary creature Eldrazi, and he reads colorless spells you cast from your hand with mana value 7 or greater have Cascade. And what Cascade is, whenever you cast one, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card that costs less. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost, then put the exile cards on the bottom of your library in a random order, and then I just do that twice. So the goal of this deck, just like with any other colorless deck, is a lot of fast mana. I do have some powerful mana rocks in here, mana vault, mana crypt, and the name of the game is just getting all the artifacts out and casting big spaghetti monsters, big dumb spells.
Mine is Gimbal, the gremlin prodigy. He is a legendary gremlin artificer. He says, artifact creatures I control have trample. At the beginning of my end step, I create a 0/0 red gremlin artifact creature token, and then I put X+1/+1 counters on it, where X is the number of differently named artifact tokens you control. So lucky for me, Wizards keeps making artifact tokens for every single set they make. This deck just gets stronger and stronger. I'm very excited. I just try to get out all kinds of different little things and make a bunch of little gremlins and run wild.
I'm playing God Eternal Kefnet, mono blue legendary zombie god, is a 4/5 flying, and I may reveal the first card I draw each turn as I draw it. Whenever I reveal an instant or sorcery card this way, I copy that card and I may cast the copy. The copy costs 2 generic less to cast. That's the meat and potatoes, and then there's another rider that says when God Eternal Kefnet dies or is put into exile from the battlefield, I may put it into my library 3rd from the top. So this deck is trying to make the costs of big blue instants and sorceries cheaper and play like little top of the library shenanigans. Kinda janky, but also has like a higher floor because it's got so many tools to stop you guys from killing us so fast.
Well, let's get down to business.
I hate your deck.
Let's roll to see who goes first.
That's a 6.
Yeah, that's a 6.
Hey, I get second. I'm happy with that.
I get dead last.
Everyone good?
I can keep this, I think. Good.
Take us away, Daniel.
I'll start us off. I'll go to the draw. Play a Forge of Heroes for my land per turn. You can tap out a colorless or tap it, choose target commander that has entered the battlefield this turn. I can put a +1/+1 counter on it. If it's a creature or if it's a planeswalker, it's a loyalty counter. I'll tap for 1 and I'll cast a mana vault for my first artifact for the turn. And then I'll go ahead and pass it to you.
Yeah, I let that resolve. You guys got that? All right, I'll draw for you. He's blue. You never know. He could be like, that manic vault's going to the realm.
The mental mist.
To the realm.
Play an exotic orchard, a mana crypt for turn.
Sorry, so what's the problem with your exotic orchard
You
right
can
here?
tap for colorless.
The fruit are blighted. Some orchard.
Are you still glad you went second now, Lynn?
I'm gonna pass the turn.
I've never seen that happen.
I might be in a lot of trouble. I should have really thought my mulliganing through again.
Untap nothing, upkeep, draw, and I'll play an island as my land for turn and pass.
So now it can tap for a blue.
Yeah, that's going to be super useful. Sorry, go ahead, John.
Draw. And I will make Lynch's life even better by also playing this colorless land. Urza Saga. Its first step is tap for colorless. And then that'll be my turn.
Sounds good. I'll untap, upkeep, draw.
It's gonna get rough.
A Cavern of Souls for my land return. And when it enters, I'll name Eldrazi. I tap it, add a colorless, and if I spend mana this way for an Eldrazi spell, it cannot be countered. And I will tap 2, and I'll cast a Collector's Vault. It's an artifact, pay 2, tap, draw a card, and discard a card. And then I create a treasure token. Pass my turn?
Yeah, you know what? For some reason, I thought this was the other one that you tap for any color, but you give someone a 1/1 spirit.
Forbidden
Oh,
Orchard.
the Forbidden
I thought it was
Orchard.
Forbidden Orchard. I didn't realize it was Exotic Orchard. That's my mistake. Untap, upkeep, draw. Oh, no. Untap, upkeep. I'm gonna say Autumn safe.
That is not odd.
That is not. Now I will draw for turn. Here we go. Here we go. Thank God to a top
Didn't get
deck.
punished. Man, I thought this was going to be the Exotic Orchard game where there
Bro.
goes like 4 turns without even being able to cast the Cultivate he thought he was getting on turn 1.
I play Yaimaya Cradle of Growth. Each land is a forest in addition to its other land types. I will say this. I kept a 1-lander because when I had the Mana Crypt, I was like, oh, and there's, I was like, maybe things will be okay for me.
He can still get punished.
And
He's only got
then,
green.
I mean, I'm still in trouble.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I will play a Soul Ring. Can't do, I only tap for blue and green?
Yeah, blue and green.
Green.
Yeah, sure.
It's all you, Larry.
I'm going to enjoy life. I'll play an island as my land for turn, and I'll pass.
Forbidden Orchard. Damn it.
Then I will draw. I will go to step 2 on my saga, which now says that I can pay 2 and tap it, create a 0/0 colors construct artifact creature token. With this creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact I control.
What land are you playing?
Depends. Do you like red? Oh, you do like red.
I do like red.
Okay, well then I'm gonna play this island.
I figured that was gonna happen. Knew that I was in trouble for asking.
I could just, I mean, I could play the island on the 3rd turn. You see what I'm saying? And then I'll have all 3 of mine, without making you suffer longer. All right, I'll pass that.
Stop making me suffer. He's definitely not helping me. Once he gets past you, I'm like, I'm fuck.
I mean, he's likely to be playing all the Strip Mine variant.
I do run 1 strip mine. You correct.
Just one?
Yeah, just 1. No
Oh
wasteland.
man, if you strip down that Yavimaya,
That's what I was thinking
you'd
about.
be a legend.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It'd be as legendary as when David killed himself for no reason.
Oh, David.
That was more notorious than legendary.
Notorious.
There was no hero we needed there. Like,
Go to my turn, untap, upkeep, I'll draw my card for turn. Play an Urza's Power Plant. I could tap it at 1 if I have control of the other Urza lands, Urza Mine and Urza Tower, I could tap 2 instead. Pay 3 mana and cast a Worn Power Stone, enters the battlefield tapped. Taps and adds 2 colorless.
That's a Larry fan favorite.
After that, I will pass my turn.
Untap. Odd safe.
Save this turn.
for now.
Draw. Tap this for green. Cast a birdie bird. Top deck of saving my ass. I have to pass the turn.
Prior to the end of the turn, I'll pay 2 and flash in Fairy Mastermind. 2/1 flyer, Fairy Rogue. Whenever an opponent draws their 2nd card each turn, I draw a card. And for 4 mana, each player can draw a card. I'll untap, upkeep, draw, play an island as my land for turn. I'm really scared of all the Eldrazi, because
Oh, they're coming.
He's getting there.
This,
Eventually they're
this
coming.
looks competent.
He's getting there
and
for
You
sure.
have a good amount of mana, and I'm sure there's like Kozileks and Ulamogs and stuff like that.
And his sleeves are sick.
Oh, thank you.
I know. That's reasons. I'll declare battle and attack you for 2, Daniel.
Just for the sleeves?
Welcome to I Hate
Just
Your
for the
Deck.
sleeves.
Just for the sleeves.
Welcome to the show.
I mean, a little bit of this is jealousy. I'd be lying if I didn't. You know.
Texture foils.
I pass the turn after that.
Untap, draw. So then the first thing I have to do after my draw is my Urza Saga will go to step 3. It will go away, and I'm gonna go find an artifact that costs 0 or 1 and put it on the battlefield. I'm gonna go grab my Soul Ring because I'm so jealous of the one that Lynch has.
You know how they made the joke? Get into Commander, you only need to buy one of each card.
Yeah.
Cut to, I have no idea how many Soul Rings I own.
You still
I
end up processing them.
guarantee you I probably have 60 Soul Rings and a bitch ain't one.
Oh, there's my elvish human soul ring that I got.
Seriously?
That was not serialized, which was disappointing, but it's still worth some money. I pulled that. Yeah, I was very happy.
That's pretty fire.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted one of those really bad. I spent more money than I should have.
I spent way more money.
I mean,
than
I didn't
should have.
spend that much money on it. I know my wife is watching.
I was trying to get anything serialized from that set, and I couldn't get anything.
What are you going to play?
That can do that, and that can do that, and that can do that. A mountain. I'm gonna pay 3, and I'm gonna attempt to cast Rhystic Study. Ooh.
In response,
Don't do that.
I'm not doing anything. I don't have the right mana.
You're not gonna mana tithe me in white?
I can't have white yet. It might be a big fucking problem for me.
I love it.
I have her blue.
I-
Well, I will soon with her. But
And
I
then think
just
all the
not-
cards you're gonna draw, Larry. You're welcome.
I was gonna say, John, I want to make this a down payment on a friendship that lasts all game.
That means he doesn't have a counter. He would totally not let that resolve. He hates it.
draw too.
Bro, are you serious? You think I don't have a counter?
Yeah, I don't think you have a counter.
You really think so?
You
I told you I'm really scared of Daniel. Like really, really, really scared
Okay,
of
so you're gonna
Daniel.
let him draw and answers.
Yeah, so we can have
I
answers
just wanna know
together
that
to stop
I want
this
to know there's
mess.
logic to it. I just want to know the logic.
No.
Okay, cool.
I don't do that.
You're not entirely wrong.
Yeah,
I hear
I
you.
don't have a counter. No, I have no response.
Take it away, John. You
Perfect.
have it.
I will then pass my turn.
Perfect. I'll go to my untap.
Please give me cards.
The Lord Emperors, the South Country.
I'm feeling generous, and thus I will not execute anyone at today's gathering.
With untap, upkeep, I will go ahead and draw. I'll play my land drop for turn. It's Scavenger Grounds. Tap it for red colorless or pay 2, tap it. I can sacrifice it, exile all graveyards. I will tap 2 mana from the Worn Power Stone, cast a Mind Stone. Or do you ever
Are you taxing the Mind Stone?
Excuse me.
You don't
I
need
will-
to. You don't.
I will pay for it.
You don't want to pay for
I
it.
definitely will pay for it. I pay my taxes. I will tap for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I will cast a Hedron Archive. I will not pay that.
Yes, good.
Taps for 2, and I could pay 2, tap and sack it, and draw 2 cards. Pass my turn. It's a lot of rocks over here.
Untap. I'm gonna stick with my winner. Odds, I'm safe.
Yes, darkness.
I might draw for turn. You have red.
I have red.
He gave you the red.
I was generous this time.
Tap 2 with the mana crypt colorless, red, green, and I'm going to cast a creature. Grand Warlord Radha. Grand Warlord Radha. Elf Warrior, 3/4, haste. Whenever one or more creatures you control add that much mana in any combination. Red, green until it turns. You don't lose this mana as steps and phases end. Radha's out in these streets.
Did you want to pay the 1 when you played Rada? Don't waste a perfectly good colorless mana.
I'm floating 2. And I will use 1 to pay
Dang it.
for the Rhystic. I will also pay my taxes when I can.
When you can. When you can. Excuse me, IRS.
Oh, you guys really trying to fight the power. When I can, I'll pay these taxes.
I have 1 colorless floating. White. Blind Obedience on the stack. Can't pay the tax for Blind Obedience. Any responses?
That's the one where they come and tap. I don't have a
Correct.
response.
Artifacts and creatures your opponents control enter tapped. Blind Obedience hits the board. She has haste.
Yes.
Let's fucking go. Rhystic Steady player gets hit for 3. Whenever 1 or more control add that much mana. So I just add 1 red or green.
Which would you like, sir?
I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter because I'm gonna lose it
At the end of the turn.
At the end of the turn. If only it could be a different color.
White, perhaps?
Untap, upkeep, draw. We'll play an island as my land for turn. And despite trying to be bros, only you have drawn cards, sir. And I'd like that to change. John, take 2 and help me draw some cards or I'll keep hitting you for 2.
I can't help it that they're only letting me draw 1 a turn.
I pass the turn.
He's like, slow down there. Don't hit me too
Hold
much.
on. So I'll untap. I'll draw. I'm going to play Mossfire Valley. I can pay 1 color mana and it'll tap and give me 2 instead. So I'm gonna tap all my goodies here for 5 mana. And I'm going to attempt to cast my commander, who will come and tap thanks to Lynch, which is great. Thanks, I really appreciate that. Once again, he says, artifact creatures I control have trample. He's a 4/4. At the beginning of my end step, I create a 0/0 red gremlin artifact creature token. I put X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is the number of differently named artifact tokens I control. Does that resolve?
Pass priority.
It's good.
I will move to my end step. When I do, a gremlin will appear, and he'll get 1 little counter because he's the only artifact token I have.
A Gremlin.
Okay, but you can draw that while you do your turn.
I also have to discard, so I'm gonna do that real quick.
Sorry.
And I will discard.
First world problems.
I'll discard this island. All right, go ahead.
Well, while on your step, so I'm gonna activate the Collector's Vault. I'm gonna tap it, then draw a card. Discard a card, draw a card. I'm gonna discard a Tyrus Sanctum and make a treasure token.
Tapped.
Tap treasure token. I go to my untap.
Blind obedience.
You know what? It's facts. Untap, upkeep, draw. Now I will tap for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and cast my commander. And come into play tapped. Zhulodok, the Void Gorger. Colorless spells I cast from my hand with convert mana cost 7 or greater have Cascade. And after that, I will go ahead and pass my turn.
He doesn't have Cascade himself. He
No.
just gives your hand Cascade.
Yeah, 7 or greater. Does this resolve?
Yeah, I have no response. We have a Ristic Study trigger, so.
And I will pay 1 for the Ristic Study.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect.
And then I will pass my turn.
Untap. Upkeep. So I don't hit your dude. Odd, I'm safe. Yes.
Every time he moves your fairy to not hit it, he gets what he wants. So don't let him move the fairy.
You don't touch your cards.
This is a very keen observation.
Bite turn first.
Thank you for making a difference.
Draw for turn. I will play a Gaia's Cradle.
Oh, yikes.
I heard that card's good.
I think Strip might find a new target.
Yeah, that blind obedience is really annoying.
Do me a favor and just get rid of that. That'd be perfect.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, I think I'm the only thing holding you back. All right,
I'll let you know when you're wrong.
I'm sure you will. I will tap the Mana Crypt for 2 colorless. Boom. A red, green. I'm gonna use one of those. Cast Domri, Anarch Bolas, Legendary Planeswalker. Creatures you control get +1/+0. Plus ability, add red or green creature spells can't be countered this turn. On the
Tax?
stack,
Yes, I have no response, but I do have a trigger from the Ristic Study. You do have a floating colorless if you'd like to
I
use that.
do have a floating colorless, and I think I will go ahead and use the floating colorless to pay for your tax. Making Larry proud.
No, Larry wants to draw. So
Yeah.
I need to draw 2 cards so he can draw 1 card. Come on, get on the picture
Okay.
here.
Pass priority.
So, Domri hits.
He got killed by Nicol Bolas, though. Took a spark.
Tap the Gaia's Cradle for 2 green. Tap the Soul Ring for 2 colorless. I'm going to cast an Elvish Spirit Guide.
Interesting.
Untapped.
Floating colorless, which will then pay the tax for the Spirit Guide.
I think it's the first time I've ever seen that card cast.
I know, but my deck likes elves, and since I didn't need to exile because I just got it more recent, and I haven't really needed green. I've needed every color but fucking green. I will go ahead and tap this for white, and I'm gonna cast Deafening Silence. Each player can't cast more than 1 non-creature spell each turn.
Ristic Study trigger.
You now will draw.
Thank you, my Dark Master.
I have 1 card in hand for those keeping track. So I think I'll just go ahead and plus Domri to 4, adding a green or red to my mana pool.
But which one?
I'll add a red.
Perfect.
Go to combat. Since you are tapped before you have a big blocker, I think I should be hitting you for 3,
I will no blocks and take 3.
which will then give me another floating red.
Okay.
And I pass the turn.
I am
Oh
able-
wait, it's a 4 because creatures you control get a plus.
Sick.
4.
Prior to the end of the turn, I will show that the zombie god is a benevolent god. We will each draw a card with Fairy
Yay.
Mastermind.
All of us.
Everybody will.
Oh, perfect.
Because that's the second card you've drawn this turn, I will draw another card with Fairy Mastermind. Because that's the second card you've drawn this turn. Thank you, Mike, for not taxing the Deafening Silence. I will draw an additional card.
That's pretty hot, I'm not gonna lie.
I really liked that exchange. That was nice.
That's why it's a good card.
Very good card.
Okay, I'll untap, upkeep, draw, play an island as my land for turn. I'll pay 2 and cast a Scroll Rack untaxed.
Okay. I'm choosing to draw again.
Yeah, I would. And then I'll declare the battle.
Blind Obedience makes it come in tapped.
The Scroll Rack does? Yeah, that's okay.
Tap it.
Yeah.
Like it's
I'll
hot.
cast a scroll rack. It enters play tapped. Thanks, Mike.
Blind obedience.
A nice blind obedience, dude. I love how much you're going to be extorting. Oh, I'm
need
sorry.
white
What?
mana so bad.
Dude, I guess your exotic orchard. Oh no, that's only ever going to make red and green. Cool.
And my Birds of Paradise is the only way of getting white mana.
Hey guys.
So you casted.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, caw, caw. I can't cast any more non-creature spells this turn. I'll be declaring battle. I'm gonna do the thing everyone hates. 2, 4, 6, as far as who's getting the womps.
Who do we appreciate? Hey.
Hey, Lynch.
2.
2. All right, I'll pass the turn after that.
All right, I will untippity tap,
Discarding down. Discard an island.
and then I will draw.
And you will think deeply.
I'm thinking deeply. You have some very irritating Staxy cards over there that keep me from doing just about anything.
At this point, I don't really mind them too much. I think it might help you keep them alive.
The threat player openly saying that he's going to keep you alive because you're helping his game should show you how much detriment you're bringing to
I mean,
the table.
it's very obvious I have some cool stuff going on over here.
The worst part about it is I can't even play the 0-cost non-creature because then I can't play any other fucking non-creature. So thanks for that.
The salt is flowing. Did Sean just walk by?
No.
That's you, Sean?
I'll play Ancient Tomb as my land for turn. Tap that for 2, Soul Ring for 4, a 5/6 from the Mossfire Valley. It's 2 damage from the Ancient Tomb.
Yeah.
Correct.
2. So go to 33.
Yep, so I'm tapping 6 total mana. I'm going to attempt to cast Sarenth the Great Worm. It is a 7/6 with Trample. Whenever any land enters the battlefield, I get a tapped Power Stone token, which can be tapped for colorless, but it can only be used to cast artifact spells or if I'm not casting stuff.
So you're saying like any of us.
Any of you, you play a land,
Oh.
I get a token.
Oh, yikes.
Very good.
What set was this from?
It's from Brothers of War.
Brothers War.
Damn.
It's a very warsy worm.
Yep.
I think I slept on that card.
Yeah,
dude.
big worm.
Dude, I'm surprised you didn't
how do you
have
sleep
this
on
in
that
some
card?
deck. You love war
Dude, comfortably. Look at it. It's so big.
It's a big worm. He's a heckin' chungus. I'm going to play this tapped. This Lion's Eye diamond for 0. Then I'll go to my discard step.
I feel like you're not who you said you were.
What do you mean?
No fair thing happens with LED, bro.
That's true. That's true. Right now,
He knows.
I'm literally putting it there because I don't want to have to discard more cards because
Oh,
you're
that's
stupid
it.
piece
That's
of shit thing. I've been over this. So I'll discard 1 card because I have 8. All these cards are good.
No bar druid.
All right, I'm going to discard Quandrix Command Gremlin. I'll use the D20 to denote how many gremlins there are of the same power, and then I will pass.
On your end step, I'm going to tap for 2 and tap my Collector's Vault to draw a card and discard a card. Draw a card, discard a card. I'm going to discard a Mystic Forge and create a treasure token.
Tapped.
Tap
Nice,
treasure
okay.
token.
So one will be tapped.
Yes. I'll go to my untap. What's my untap?
now
right
it-
now? Anyways, yeah, that's why I was putting it. All right, untap, draw a card. I will play my land for turn, Shrine the Forsaken Gods. It taps for 1 colorless, or I can tap it for 2 colorless, spend this mana only to cast colorless spells if I have 7 lands or more.
Okay, that will trigger my worm, and I will get a tapped Power Stone token. Yes.
The power. No.
Listen here, you wet sock.
There.
All right.
I've realized this is the problem because this goes against Cascade, Deafening Silence.
Oh no.
So
yeah,
I now
'cause-
realize this is an issue.
Oh yeah, because Cascade is a
It's
cast.
cast.
Yeah.
It's casting.
Ooh.
I'm keeping people at bay.
That's actually pretty good.
That's-
Cards like Ulamog take care of permanent.
You know what? You're
delay.
absolutely
I
right.
heard
Yeah,
cards
yeah.
like Ulamog.
I'll crack this. Say 2 black. Tap this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Oh my god.
I'll cast Rise of the Eldrazi.
Oh, that's such a good card.
It's a sorcery. This spell cannot be countered. I'm going to destroy target permanent. Target player draws 4 cards, and I take an extra turn after this one. Then exile Rise of the Eldrazi. Response?
No
It
response.
can't be countered either, so
I'm gonna respond.
Okay.
it cannot be countered.
Yeah, I heard
Okay,
that part,
okay.
But that's all right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's still worth paying 3 to cast Whirlwind Denial with the Cascade abilities on the stack.
There's 2 Cascade triggers on the stack.
Whirlwind is going to counter the 2 Cascade, unless you pay 4 per Cascade.
Okay. I will not pay 4 for the Cascade, but I will pay 1 for your Ristic Study trigger.
Okay, and then do you want to pay 1 for Ristic Study?
No.
Okay.
So those 2 triggers get countered, and then this will resolve.
It's
I guess-
uncounterable,
I guess
right?
it has
Cool.
to.
So destroy target permanent. I'm going to destroy Deafening Silence. Target player draws 4 cards. I will draw 4 cards.
Are you sure you want to do that?
I draw a card.
I will take an extra turn after this one, and I'm going to end exile Rise of the Eldrazi.
I would have
go
liked to
like
be
indie.
like twin casting that. Would have been sick.
That would have been spicy. I'm gonna go to combat, and then I'm gonna swing 7 commander damage. Let's go Larry's way. Okay, you're sitting
7?
You're still sitting at 40.
Kill Larry World Face. He heard about it. He's seen Larry on the show. He's like, that motherfucker's spicy.
Yeah, 7 commanders rough.
And then I will move to my second main phase, and then I will attempt to go to my end step. I'm moving to my end step, and then pass the turn to myself. I will untap, upkeep, draw a card. I will start my turn off by tapping Mana Ball for 3 and Warm Power Stone for 5. I will cast a Forsaken Monument. It is a legendary artifact. Colorless creatures I control get +2/+2, and whenever I tap a permanent for a colorless, I get an additional colorless, and when I cast a colorless spell, I gain 2 life. Any responses for this?
No response.
Yeah, do you wish to pay for Ristic Study, but no response besides that?
You can draw.
Okay.
Okay, so no response.
So it hits.
Comes in tapped because of my blind obedience.
Absolutely does. Makes me sad. Tap for Heatran Archive for 3, 4, 5, Mind Stone, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and I will cast an uncounterable Ulamog, the Infinite Gyre. It's a legendary creature Eldrazi, and whenever I cast this spell, destroy target permanent. It has indestructible and annihilator 4, so on attack, the defending player has to sacrifice 4 permanents. And whenever Ulamog, the Infinite Gyre, is put into a graveyard from anywhere, it shuffles the graveyard back into the library. So on cast, I will gain 2 life from my Forsaken Monument.
And then you have a Ristic Study triggered.
Ristic Study, I will pay for Ristic Study
Okay.
with 1 floating mana. There it's right there. And then I will destroy target permanent, and I will destroy the Ristic Study.
Okay.
All right, well, also on cast, I have 2 Cascade triggers for 10 or less. So I will do the first one. We'll cast Desecrate Reality. On cast, I will gain 2 life from Forsaken Monument. It's an instant for each opponent. Exile up to 1 target permanent that player controls with an even mana value. 0 is even. So I'll go ahead and exile
Rada?
Rada. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the scroll rack.
And do you want the worm or the Alliance Eye?
I'm gonna hit the worm.
Okay.
So
Definitely.
they're exiled?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that gets cast. And so my second Cascade for 10 or less. Adventurous Fair will fail. Flare of Loyalties.
Oh my god.
I'll cast Flare of Loyalties. This goes on the bottom. On cast, I'll gain 2 life. And Flare of Loyalties says, it's a creature Eldrazi. When I cast a spell, gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. Until end of turn, it has base power, toughness, 10/10, and gains Trample, Annihilator 2, and Haste. So when this enters, I'll go ahead and take...
These
Yeah,
will
they're
both
tapped.
enter tab.
Yes. I'll go ahead and take your commander.
Okay.
I have 3 mana. I'll use the 1 floating mana to cast a Shadow Spear. Comes in tap. I'll gain 2. And Shadow Spear is a legendary artifact equipment, and equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has trample and lifelink. And I can pay 1 into it. Permanents your opponent's control, lose hexproof and indestructible until the end of turn. So I'll go ahead and equip the Shadow Spear to Gimbal, is his name? To Gimbal. And then I will go to combat. I'm gonna go ahead and, what's the best target? Everyone's kind of looking even. I'm gonna go ahead and swing your own commander at you. Just for the message.
How much is it?
It is base power 10/10, 11/11 with Annihilator 2 and Trample and Haste. So on attack, Annihilator will trigger.
Yeah, I'm gonna sack these 2.
So it's an 11/11 going your way.
It has trample?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
What are we gonna do here, Lair Bear?
I'm hoping to God I draw Vandal Blast.
I mean, Shadow Spear is still equipped to your guy, and I'll gain 11 life off the lifelink. And then I will go to my end step, and you get your guy back with my Shadow Spear equipped to it.
That's fun.
Okay. Untap. I'm gonna say even this time for the Mana Crypt.
Yeah, nailed it.
I'm not feeling safe still. I will draw for turn. No, there's no reason for me to come out for either one of you guys right now. I need both of you guys as teammates in our debacle.
Yeah, I think there's
So-
a Avengers level threat going on here.
I'll up down rate to 5. I'm gonna get 1 red floating mana, and my spells, thank God, can't be countered. Not that
Yeah.
anyone's gonna be countering my spells right now.
Your creature
Then let's
spell.
see here. I have up to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have up to 8 mana. My commander cost 5. I'm gonna tap the Mana Crypt and I'm gonna cast a Gyre Sage, not text.
Yeah, that's been gone, bro.
I guess I was hoping you guys could have good answers. That was gone. I'm casting a Gyre Sage. And I have one floating colorless mana. She's one colorless, one green elf druid. 1/2 has evolved. Whenever a creature enters a battlefield under your control, if it has greater power toughness, put a +1 counter on her. She can tap for green for each +1 counter on her. Then I need to bring out my commander. So I'll tap the Begray's Cradle for 3 green because of the creatures. Use the 1 red. Tap this for white. Cast my commander, Viola Jaws of the Conclave. My wolf, my Vigilant Trample, Ward 3. On the stack.
No response.
Resolve.
Cool.
No response.
Big Wolf
Okay.
is here.
Wolfie boy, out here in the
Big
streets.
Pup evolves your Gyre Sage.
Big Papa does evolve the Gyre Sage. The Gyre Sage gets a +1 counter
Heck
on it. I'm gonna use the floating, the Soul Ring, the Orchard, cast Markswood Nexus. If I ever get to swing, this is gonna pay off really good for me. Creatures you control are every creature type. I wonder what that does with my
that's
commander
cool,
when
yeah.
wolves and elves matter.
you
This
go.
is the best artifact I could ever cast. The same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards you own that honor in the battlefield. I go to combat, don't do combat. I go to main phase, pass through main phase, end the turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I'll pay 2 and cast Think Twice, drawing a card. You're tapped out. How many cards do you have in hand, John?
8.
Do you have any answers?
I can definitely get rid of something if I'm allowed to use this ability on my creature.
You don't control this.
You don't-
I-
that-
it's my
You don't
control.
control that.
Even yeah, but
You
I can't use that at all, even though
No.
it's on my
Who
critter.
controls this?
I do.
You do? You can't activate it.
It just happens to be on
yeah.
the
So
creature.
I can keep this tapped.
I-
Can you kill any other?
Yeah, I can
big-
kill either
big
one of those on my
McNasties?
turn. Yeah.
Would you rather take a gamble on
Well, let me-
better removal?
Okay, well, I'll just tell you. I have a Cityscape Leveler. When I cast it, I can destroy one target non-land permanent, and its controller gets a Power Stone token.
Or are you saying a windfall and see if we can get something better?
Yeah.
It's up to you.
I feel like you should have a voice in this as well. I mean,
Well,
we're
here's
good
the
buddies
thing.
Do you
all
have
game,
Psych
dude.
Rift in there?
I have Psych Rift in here. I have Vandal Blast in here. I mean, that's 8 chances of getting Vandal Blast. With that kind of threat, I mean, he's just going to kill me, right? So it's either we have to stop him, or I'm just going to be dead, and it's going to be you two figuring it out. You know what I mean? I mean, if you think it's better, I think then we should windfall.
I'm going to start by playing a Skyline Cascade. And feast your eyes on this jank. It enters the battlefield tapped. When it enters the battlefield, target creature, Ulamog, an opponent controls doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step.
Okay.
Taps to add blue to your mana, to my mana pool. Not your mana pool. Your guy gets tapped. I get mana eventually.
Sounds good.
It's so stupid, but it's like
That's pretty cool.
It's low-key pretty effective.
I've never heard that card before.
Low key, pretty effective. I was wondering, I was like, how is he stopping a thing and windfalling? A land.
A land, dude. It's so dumb.
I actually have 9 cards in hand, so we're going to get a lot.
Lovely, dude. We're gonna draw piles. I'm gonna pay 3 and cast Windfall. Everybody's gonna discard their hand and draw. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to get a lot.
Everybody's gonna discard their hand and draw. How many do you have?
I have 9. Cityscape
Draw
Leveler,
9, so I'm gonna draw
Gold Lotus,
12.
Oh, we draw that.
Everybody draws 9.
You made me discard my Warping, my only counter spell in the deck.
Oh, thank God.
Oh my god, no land? Are you kidding me?
Then I'm going to pass the turn after that. Hope that we got some answers collectively. Hey guys?
Would you believe I didn't draw one land out of those 9 cards?
I'll untap. Well, good. You have all that gas now. Then I'll draw.
Do you know how much stacks cost 2 white chips? Just curious. You know how many? Look, one that I had to discard. She was in the opening hand.
Oh, man. I'm going to play Forest. Tap for 8, taking 2 damage from the Ancient Tomb. I'm going to attempt to unearth my Cityscape Leveler.
Oh, it has Unearth?
It has unearth.
Bro, dude, so
As soon as
sick!
I went to the graveyard, I was like, oh, I could have just done that first place. Hold on, we
An
just got
attack
to
trigger or a cast
Yeah,
trigger?
it's on the attack. Well, so we figured out that unearth is not a cast, is the issue. But it will happen, I just have to attack. So let's just wait.
Is haste?
Because of unearth, he will
Yes.
gain haste, but he'll get exiled at my end step. I will move to my combat phase. Is there any response?
No response
I have
from
a
me.
question though.
Yes.
Are you going like full swing here? Are we doing it?
Damn it.
This has like lifelink
Lifelink.
for you.
Lifelink.
I think that's probably a good idea, actually.
And it's +1.
I'm going to send everything at our good little Eldrazi friend over here. On the attack trigger, I'm going to destroy him, and you will get a tapped Power Stone token.
Sounds good. Power Stone token, and I'll put him in the command zone.
15 coming your way.
15. Unfortunately, I'll take 15.
Okay, and then I will gain 5 from lifelink, and you took 5 from my commander. So then I'll go to my end step, he will get exiled, and I'll have to discard down to 7. I have to discard 2 cards. I'm going to discard Food Fight, and then I'll pass.
Cool. Go to my untap. Ulamog will stay tapped down due to a land. Fun.
Sorry, did you tap the Mana Vault last turn?
Oh, I did, yeah, sure. I will indeed pay for it. I'll pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
They tapped for additional mana because of
Forsaken Monument.
Because of Forsaken Monument.
Power Stone he gives me taps for 2.
Pretty disgusting.
And I'll draw my card for turn. Play a Urza's Mine for my land for turn. Missing 1 piece of the Exodia puzzle.
Hey, at least we got him down to like reasonable health.
Reasonable. Tap my Forge of Heroes, and I will cast a tapped Expedition map. On cast, I will gain 2 life from that cast, and I'll have 1 mana floating. Use this. Then I will tap for the Hedron Icon for 3 mana. Use my last for 4th. I'll cast the Roaming Throne. And Artifact Creature Golem has War 2. As Roaming Throne enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Roaming Throne is a chosen type in addition to its other types. If a trigger ability from another creature causes it to trigger, it triggers an additional time.
Comes in tapped due to blind obedience.
Yes, it does. When it comes in, I will name Eldrazi. I will tap 1. I'll have 1 floating for a tapped, Dead Key. I could pay 1, tap it, untap target artifact, gain 2. And I will go to combat if that's okay. Swing the Flare of Loyalties. I'm gonna swing it going your way.
Okay.
Annihilator. There's Annihilator. There's a trigger.
Annihilator 2 triggers twice thanks to Roaming Throne.
Yikes.
So it's Annihilator 4.
Yikes.
Those are 2 tokens?
I have 2 tokens, which will definitely go.
I thought you had 2 tokens before. Didn't you make a 3rd at the end of your last turn?
Yes, that is correct. So that was my bad. I'm missing that.
Larry caught it, so we have 3 tokens
Yep.
technically because of this had triggered.
Yep, that is correct.
So you're sacking all 3?
All 3 of those tokens for sure. I guess it's just gotta be my commander. I mean, what am I gonna do? Lose mana? You know what I mean? I'm gonna send this back to the command zone.
I probably should have equipped that before.
Stole your
That's
dude
dumb.
and his knife.
That's
Like,
a dumb
that's
rule.
my knife now.
Yeah,
you
you
know?
know, you keep
That like if you have someone's artifact, you can't use it. That's stupid.
Yeah, but it's also
Where's
kind of
the-
dumb that like a dragon can wield a sword.
I agree. I agree.
Or even a helmet or some boots.
Okay,
like,
so we just
dragon's
did.
all suited up.
Second main phase, I actually will not cast anything and go to my end step.
Untap. I'm gonna say odd.
You go to Vegas after this.
I know.
He called every one.
Draw for turn.
I'm not impressed, Mike. You know, I feel like you should be taking more damage.
Thanks, buddy. I'm gonna +1 to go to 6 with Dommery because we're still in this, everyone. We're in it. We're in it. Come on!
It's looking pretty grim here.
The double annihilator triggers is pretty redonkulous.
Okay, hold on.
If it was this guy, that would be insane.
You mean win on your next turn, not yet.
You guys got how many cards?
Okay,
26 cards?
I'm going to tap, or shit, do I need to be using my start? So I'll go ahead and use that floating green from Dommery to cast a finned horned elf. And now this taps for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might be able to swing at him for a lot.
I think you should. Just for your and Larry's sake, because I'm gonna be dead soon.
What? You have no blockers,
There's
right?
no
I
blockers,
have no blockers right
Yep.
You should swing at him for a lot.
I absolutely think you should swing it.
Oh, I'm trying to do math in my head.
Think I can kill you? All right, I'm gonna tap Soul Ring to cast Mana Bolt. I'll have 1 floating from the Soul Ring. I will then, so green, 2 colorless, so I still have the other 1 colorless floating. I'm gonna cast Natural Order. I'm gonna sacrifice the Finned Horde Elf to go search for a green creature card and put it into the battlefield and shuffle your library.
That resolves for me, yep.
In response, I'm gonna tap for 2. I'm gonna tap the Collector's Vault to draw a card and discard a card. Draw a card.
And you get a treasure.
And I get treasure. Discard a card and get a treasure.
So does this resolve?
That does resolve.
Okay.
The treasure's tapped.
I sack that. I'm gonna go fetch for a creature card, hoping there's something that can still deal with making things crazy.
Is Mike moving to win phase now?
He's getting there, dude. I was thinking about how we're gonna take care of Mike when he kills him.
I'm regretting taking Hoof off, but it was good that Hoof is not in here.
Yeah, if you had Hoof, you'd just win.
Yeah. And Pathbreaker doesn't have haste.
Yep.
So Pathbreaker doesn't do anything right now. Dockside, does it have to be a green creature? Yeah, it has to be a green,
green
so I can't
creature.
get
Dockside
Dockside.
would be the best thing.
Life is good.
Stop. I'm gonna get Toski, Bearer of Secrets, because it's green. Because we all know National Order, you can only get green cards.
as we all know.
As we all know.
As I searched through my deck, I just kept getting tempted. Tap this for green,
which gives me 5 green. 1 colorless, so I'll go down to 4 green. I'll cast Priest of Titania. Priest of Titania, tap, it's an elf, 1/1, add 1 green to your mana pool for each elf in play. Play this ability as a mana source. I'm gonna tap the Mana Vault for 3 colorless. Go down to 2 colorless. Use 1 green, go into 3. Cast Collector Ophi. Activated abilities of artifacts can't be activated.
I'm no longer a threat.
Where was that a couple turns ago?
Wind falled into it.
Can't activate your own. either.
Correct.
Okay. Damn, cuz.
Then I'm gonna use the 2 colorless, 1 green, 1 white. I'm gonna cast a Chroma's Will.
Yikes.
Creatures you control gain flying, vigilance, double strike to end a turn. Creatures you control gain lifelink, indestructible, and protection from all colors.
A big
I get to do both because I control my command.
Flying, vigilance, double strike, lifelink, indestructible, protection from all colors.
Is that the game?
Well, no, because these creatures cannot attack.
True.
Correct.
Haste is not one of the
Andy
stated
tapped
keywords.
So, and I tapped one. Go to combat. I will swing with my available creatures has vigilance. These will tap. So
Whenever
6.
Voja, Jaws of the Conclave attacks, put 6, X being 6 in this instance, +1/+1 counters on each creature you control, where X is the number of elves, and then, so you'll 6 +1 counters on all your dudes?
It says on
or
each creature. Puts it on him too, doesn't he? Where
on
does it?
each? I thought that said other.
No, there's no other. You're crazy. I get 6 on him too. That's the point. Commander damage.
How would they sell packs if there wasn't power creep? Come on.
Okay.
very true.
So
Is this your first day at Wizards R&D?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 creatures. They all get 7, right?
Sure, they all get 7 +1 counters. Time to break out the D20s, boys! No more of these 6-sided.
Get this bullshit out of here. Yikes. Double yikes.
This one goes to 8 because this one already had one.
Yep.
Or half
So
an 8.
colorless is not a color. So if you can somehow make a blocker at instant speed or animate an artifact or something.
You know what? It's very true. It's a very true statement. So I'm waiting
They're
for a
flying. They are flying.
Thopter's gonna thop, dude.
And indestructible. And this has trample and double strike. To be safe, I'll swing at you with everything. The kitchen sink.
So in total, that's how much damage?
5
Times 2.
12 +1, 13, 26 commander damage.
Oh yeah, big yikes.
Yeah, so 20, 20, and 26.
Sweat.
Well, we're in a predicament here. On attack, before blocks,
Okay, 4 blocks.
I'm going to tap.
Whenever it attacks, I also draw a card for each wolf I control. Because they're all of everything.
Yeah.
7 cards? 1,
You know,
2,
we'll keep it chill.
3, 4, 5, 6. Just 7, right?
Only
It's
7.
Casual.
A mere 7.
Okay, so before blocks.
Before blocks.
You're fishing for an answer. You're
Yes,
gonna sack your
yes, I
Mind
am. I'm going to tap for 2. I'll have 1 colorless floating. I'll sack my Mind Stone and draw a card. Oh!
Oofy! Oofy does some damaging.
Oof is a goof. Oof is a goof.
Oof.
Yikes.
Maloof.
Yeah, no blocks.
No blocks?
No blocks, and I am dead.
I was so scared of you. I did not see this happening at all.
Oh, the way walk of shame all the way down.
Welcome to I Hate Your Deck.
Thanks for having me.
I did hate your deck. I'm getting 66 life,
Yes.
so that takes me to 98.
You go to 98 degrees, dude.
90 degrees.
Yeah, you're singing R&B.
What's the song? What's the big 98 degree song? What's the?
I don't know. They were like
They were not as good as the other bands, so no one remembers
the
them.
Grease.
Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card.
You
I
only
draw
get
3
3 because they don't hit for the double strike.
So I hit you for 36.
Yeah.
You stayed alive.
33.
I technically should have drawn 3 cards
Yeah.
from the Toski.
Yeah.
Then I hit
Toasty,
again, and then killed you and hit 3, so I draw another 3.
Yeah, sure do.
So now I've resolved everything. So now I can see what I want to play. I am going to play a Temple Garden, and I'm going to shock it in. I'm sorry, I'm no longer 98 degrees.
Well, Mike. Public enemy number Mike.
Yeah.
Tap it for 1, and I will cast Grafdigger's Cave.
What does that do?
Creature cards in graveyards and libraries can't enter the battlefield. Players can't cast spells from graveyards or libraries.
Oh, whack.
I will then move to pass my turn, but I need to then discard a shitload of cards.
All untap and wait.
So I'm definitely gonna get rid of the Boral Druid. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of Gimbal. It doesn't pay off well for me. I'm gonna listen to Eiley in my mind. I'm gonna get rid of the Devoted Druid. So I'll get rid of Dranath Magistrate. I'm sure you guys appreciate that. No?
I do appreciate that. Yeah.
Fairby Elder. Then I'm also getting rid of Forbidden Orchard, Cemetery, Prowler, and Llanowar Elves.
Man, your hand must be really good. You're discarding a bunch of good cards. I mean, your hand's going to be even better right now. So I upkeep, I draw for turn.
That sounded threatening.
He did sound threatening.
I'll pay 4. I'll cast Consuming Tide. Each player chooses a non-land permanent they control. Return all non-land permanents not chosen this way to their owner's hands. Then you draw a card for each opponent who has more cards in their hand than you.
I'll choose my Soul Ring, my one.
I'll choose my Fairy Mastermind. He's so smart.
I'm gonna choose my.
Are you sure? So you're sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck.
So everything goes. And we just
your
pretend these all had counters on them.
Yeah.
That's pretty
That all
good.
now
That's
go
like a
away.
mini.
So are we resolving this?
I've
Yeah,
said
all other non-land permanents.
So it's
go
like a
back here.
Psych Rift, except you keep one thing.
Yeah. Well,
This
mine
is-
bounced back too, except I only had
He's only got the one,
the smart fairy.
I have 7 cards in hand. So.
You have 7 cards in hand now? So I'll
you
draw
wanna know how
one
many I
card.
have?
Because I don't need to know. You have way more than me.
yeah.
So I'll draw a card.
If
See a
anyone
wolf that
skipped
jumps
ahead
high?
and saw what you're board and they're like worried that you were gonna win and they just see, wait a minute, what just happened? There's nothing on this board, there's nothing on that board.
Yeah.
Did they just start the game over? Is this game 2?
They're like in the chat and they're like, oh my god, he ran away. Oh, okay, and then they have to delete and they're like, oh my god, I can't believe Lynch ran away. And then they're like, okay. Well,
Oh my god, I can't believe. Ow.
Scary Larry did Scary Larry shit.
Ow, what? Ow,
Everyone
damn.
fucked around and found out again. And the mustache, the kill stash.
I'll declare battle and I'll attack you for 2 over here.
Me?
Good. Yeah, John.
all right.
I'll play Mystic Sanctuary.
I don't know why I hit you.
Your hand's about to get a whole lot worse. You'll have a lot of cards. Okay. Yeah,
he's
everybody,
just
I'm
worried I
gonna
have
put
so much
Windfall.
life.
Are you putting Windfall?
Putting Windfall back on top because Mystic Sanctuary is an island, a special island. It says it enters tapped unless you control 3 or more other islands. Bingo, I have 5. When Mystic Sanctuary enters the battlefield untapped, you may put target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard on top of your library. I chose Windfall. Then I'm going to pay 3 and cast Temporal Trespass, exiling 8 cards from my graveyard in the process of casting it. I take an extra turn after this one and exile Temporal Trespass. 1, 2.
There's 2 extra turn spells in this
3,
fucking game.
4,
Okay, Ed Lynch,
5,
we're all about to get
6.
all those cards that you have in your fucking hand in our hand.
I know.
Like-
I know. What I'm even more mad about is I shouldn't have been so scared. I should have sent some of that at Larry.
Your
the worst-
commander was enough.
The worst part about it is I was sitting there and I was like, I
Coulda,
could-
woulda, shoulda done.
I should have killed Larry.
I literally
Coulda, woulda, shoulda done.
Well, he made me all like, you heard what he said. He made this like, oh, I have a response. Like, I thought he had a response.
It's a great poker face.
Your poker face had me. I was like, well, fuck it. Because originally I was going to spread the love.
I was gonna say like, oh, you should kill Larry, but then I thought I can't take on Lynch by myself.
So I'll untap and pass to myself.
Yeah, but they had flying.
I draw Windfall.
Well, he mentioned the Thopter. I was like, fuck, they can create Thopters easy. The minute I heard that Thopter talk, was it Larry who spread? Someone spread the fear and uncertainty.
He played you like a film.
I'll play the Biblioplex as my land for turn. The Biblioplex taps to add a colorless mana. I can pay 2 and tap it and look at the top card of my library. If it's an instant or sorcery card, I may reveal it and put it into my hand. If I don't put the card into my hand, I may put it into my graveyard. I can activate it only if I have exactly 0 or 7 cards in hand.
We're still on the right.
Hey, but you're about to get a giant
I'll
hand.
declare battle and hit you for another 2, John.
I guess I'm the next one out. he's figured out how to kill you already, I guess.
Well, I don't think he doesn't
I
look
have
worried.
a
He
plan.
doesn't look
I'll
worried.
pay
That's what I'm
2
saying.
and cast Blink of an Eye, returning your commander to your hand.
Just send it to the command
Return
zone.
target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Yes.
It's gonna go there anyways. You might as well
Just put it in the command zone.
You just put it in the zone, bro.
Putting it in
Get
the
in the
hand.
zone, brother.
That's one more card he gets when he
True.
windfalls.
You might as well put it in the zone.
I'm gonna windfall.
So he's
You
that's
know this.
one more card he's gonna get.
Well, you know, if you're right. Get in the zone.
I'll pay 3 and cast windfall.
Jesus Christ.
Each
I think I have
player-
20.
Oh man, I was debating, dude.
I have 20.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Everybody draws 20 cards.
And then you get more because of that.
Yeah, I draw 22.
Mill from
I'm the
Windfall.
guy who
Windfall Mill would be
I'm the one
craziest
who
part.
knocks.
Truly a windmill. I'll pay 2 and cast a Sapphire Medallion. Blue spells I cast cost 1 less to cast. I'm going to pass the turn, having sufficiently been a jerk.
Should have killed Larry. I could have at least took him down in life a lot. Live and learn.
passing. Sorry, still discarding. Done.
All right. I'm going to untap. I'm going to draw. I'm going to attempt to play for 3 mana. Jessica's Will, targeting Lynch.
Oh, God.
Does that resolve? Well, I get 20 red mana.
Oh, dear.
And this is where Larry realized it was good that he was hitting you.
Well, he was so deep, he was playing it on it anyway. He was doing it. Well,
Is he getting 20?
He's deciding.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not mono red.
Okay.
It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
20 red mana.
20 red
You got
mana.
it. Resolves. The power.
Ultimate power.
The universe! Okay, so I'll use 2 of that red mana for a Felwar Stone. Bloop. I'll use 3 of it for a Skyclave Relic, and then I'll kick it for an additional 3. So I'll get some copies.
Dude, this is like super chill.
2 tokens. So I get 2 tapped tokens that are copies of the Skyclave Relic. I'm just gonna put those under that for that. Play a Lotus Petal for 0. Play an Arcane Signet for 2. Play a Talisman of Impulse for 2. Lynch, you don't have any artifacts or enchantments, correct?
I have nothing. I have 4 lands.
I thought so. I was just
Well,
checking.
double check. You
Just
know?
checking. I'll use one of these to tap this, and it will give me a red back, but it will give me the green that I need, so this won't change. And I'm using the green for Gilded Goose. It has flying. When it enters the battlefield, I get a food token. I can pay green and a colorless to tap it, create a food token, and I can tap it, sack a food, add a mana of any color. Thank you, kind sir. I'm gonna tap this Talisman for colorless. I'm gonna use one of these reds, and I'm gonna play Lightning Greaves. Equip creature has Haste and Shroud. Equip cost 0. Then I'm gonna tap 1, then 3 from here. I'm gonna play Defense of the Heart. Beginning of my upkeep, and if an opponent controls 3 or more creatures, I sack it, and then go find 2 creatures from my library, put them on the battlefield.
3 or more?
One of you guys has 3 or more on my upkeep. Yeah. Kind of like Lynch, I probably could have stacked this a little better, but it's okay. All right, so then I'm gonna use 3 of the floating red, bring me down to just 1 remaining. I'm gonna play the Hedron Detonator. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under my control, he deals 1 damage to target opponent. I can tap and sack 2 artifacts, exile the top card of my library, and I might play it this turn. I guess I'll play my land for turn, Shinka. Then I'll do red, green, any color. I'll do Elmar, Ulvenwald Informant. He has haste, he's a 3/2. When I cast my second spell each turn, I untap target creature and then I investigate. I will move to put the Lightning Greaves on my Hedron Detonator. Go to combat, and I'm gonna send this guy who's already hasty, and the hasty because of the Greaves Hedron Detonator at Larry, since he decided to attack me.
Yeah, I made that decision. I respect your decision to attack me back.
That is 5
I will take
total.
5.
Okay, that is all I'm gonna do for now. I have to discard 2 cards. They're gonna be Prismatic Vista and a Forest.
Ew, he should be mad, this guy.
3 I am burning on the inside.
The anger of 1,000 suns.
But he does have 96 health.
I will draw for turn. I'll tap these 2. I'll cast a Bloom Tender. Now my Gaia's Cradle's online. See if we can bring it back. Let's rally. Actually, I'm casting the damn Bloom Tender. Come on.
Yeah.
Normally Bloom Tender's really good. You got other colors out there. And she taps for a lot.
Right now she's all right. She's just there.
Who has been the architect of your sadness, Michael?
You are my architect of my sadness.
Music to his ears.
I was pretty happy about 30 minutes ago.
Also, in truth, like, you just had an enormous turn. He had like a couple enormous turns. Daniel absolutely popped off.
Yeah.
And was like, you know, the nail that stuck out first. And got
Yeah, and
You never want to be the guy who pops off first. You want to be the guy who pops off like second. Sometimes
I don't know.
Well, yeah.
Case study.
Usually second's good enough.
right now we're looking at number 3 right now.
That's so funny.
I feel like I have to kind of go for some kind of Hail Mary here.
Oh God, I don't like the sound of that.
Play a Savannah. Pay 3. I will cast an Eldritch Evolution.
Ooh.
I will
I'm sorry, is that as an additional cost to cast it?
sack a creature?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it just doesn't get any better. I'll respond. Spell Pierce. Counter target spell unless you pay 2.
Now I see why he's trying to take me out first, because he wants to just torture Lynch.
Well, I'm not letting Lynch get any traction, and I'm planning on killing you while Lynch, you know, just
I mean, that's what I'm
sits
saying.
there.
You suck so bad.
Dude, the well of your sadness is just going deeper and deeper, dude. I'm having a great time.
All right,
Mike.
pass turn, fucker.
You're the architect of his pain.
Man,
That's incredible.
Upkeep, I will pay 1 and cast Mystical Tutor. Responses.
No.
Suffering.
he said it doesn't get any better.
Temporal Mastery will go on top of my library.
Oh my God.
Fucking hate extra turns.
Give me a cup, please, Mike.
So salt is flowing. The Dead Sea is here.
Oh
Jesus.
boy. It's the first card I'll draw this turn. I'll pay 1 for the miracle because I have
Should have
Sapphire
talked me into
Medallion.
killing him.
I'll take an extra turn after this one.
Oh my god.
I have to tell you, Lich, I didn't think I could take care of you.
I'll pay 3 and cast God Eternal Kefnet. I'll play a Temple of the False God as my land for turn. I'll declare battle, and I will attack you for 2 there, John.
Okay, so before, blockers or damage or any of that fun stuff, I'm going to respond.
Okay.
I'm going to tap 2, and I'm going to attempt to do Brackish Blunder. Return target creature to its owner's hand. If it is tapped, I create a map token. I'm going to target Fairy Mastermind. Okay, so then I get a map.
Map.
Yep.
So you bounced my Mastermind. I'll pay 1 and recast him prior to the end of the combat, just for the flex, because I can. Pay 4 and cast the Mirari Conjecture. Return target instant card from your graveyard to your hand is Chapter 1. Chapter 2 is return target sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Chapter 3, until end of turn, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy. I'm gonna go ahead and get long-term plans back from my graveyard.
What does that do?
Search your library for a card, shuffle your library, then put that card 3rd from the top. And I will move to my additional turn granted to me
Fuck,
by
that
the
hasn't happened
temporal. No.
Okay, so on your instep of your first turn, I would like to do something.
Sure, I am tapped out.
I'm going to sack my Lotus Petal for red. I'm going to attempt to Abrade to destroy the medallion.
Abrade's medallion. Abrade is good.
Never had so many cards and felt this powerless.
At my
Why do you still
upkeep
have so
on
many
my
cards? You
extra
have this
turn, I'm going to cast long-term plans.
Oh shit.
Searching my library for a card,
I should have
shuffling,
discarded.
and putting that card 3rd from the top.
Sorry, I forgot to discard. I was still in shock from my
Give me a cut, please. Card goes 3rd from the top. I draw, do not reveal. This goes to 2. I return target sorcery from my graveyard to my hand. I'll return Windfall to my hand. I'll declare battle.
Yeah, you're in battle.
You don't sound so enthused about it.
Well, I'm the windfall again.
I'll attack you for 6.
Yep. I will block your commander with my goose, but I'll take the other one.
Okay, taking 2.
Thanks for reminding me that I was supposed to discard.
Yeah.
I was so, you gotta realize, the wind got taken out of my sails with that.
I'll pay 6 and cast Karn's Temporal Sundering.
Oh my god.
Target player takes an extra turn after this one. Return up to 1
Tell
target
us you're
non-land.
playing extra turn like
I
tribal.
100%
Jesus.
did.
Did he say extra turns? Did I not listen?
To be honest, I didn't hear.
I will say, if someone's playing mono blue, I'm going to assume they have extra turns.
I mean, what big instants of sorceries am I supposed to cast for cheaper? And I haven't even done that. So I'll bounce this jerk.
Yep.
Tap 6 and cast Karn's Temporal Sundering. Bounce this and take an extra turn after this one. And this gets exiled. Untap.
There was a time where you had so much fear in his eyes until I didn't swing at him.
This goes to Chapter 3 after I draw. Until end of turn, whenever I cast an instant or sorcery spell, I copy it. I may choose new targets for the copy. And I'll declare battle and attack you for 6, John.
Does it only have 3 chapters?
Yes. I'll pay 2 and cast Merfolk Looter, and then I'll pass the turn.
Oh, well, I didn't think I was going to get one of those. All right, so at the beginning of my upkeep,
Yeah, I know. I should have cast this first main phase, or the first turn, bounced your flyer.
Yep, and then I'd be
Yeah,
dead.
yeah, exactly.
But since you didn't do that, and since you have 3 creatures on your board, my Defense of the Heart will trigger, and I'll go get any 2 cards I want from my
So
library.
you sacrifice Defense of the Heart? Is that how that works?
I believe
Is
so.
it a May trigger? However, in response to Defense of the Heart, I'll pay 6 and
Oh, God.
cast Gather Specimens. If a creature would come into play under an opponent's control this turn, it comes into play under your control instead.
That sucks.
For you!
So my entire turn? Okay. Larry, you can have that one.
That's why I was making sure like, you don't get it back.
Oh, here, there you go. My 2 spirit guides, have fun.
Dude, dope. I'm down.
Go to hell.
You have blue Cycrift him.
If I had Cycrift, you think I would have fucking used it by now?
Well, you could have drawn into it.
All right.
You drew a lot of fucking cards this game. He's trying not to die laughing right now.
It's so good right now, bro. It's so good.
I can't even play a creature because he'll get the fucking creature, dude. Like I'm dead, dude.
Do something that makes
What do
him
you want me to
counter.
do?
If you can do something to make him counter, I can maybe help you.
There's nothing. I have nothing. I have nothing. He's gonna counter the creature I'm gonna give him.
No, you have no.
That's what I'm saying, Lynch. There's nothing. There's nothing.
I've never seen that card either. That was the best use of
That was
it.
ridiculous.
You know, there is something to be said for going out on your terms.
No, I agree. This is my little cyanide patch right here in case I need it. Okay, so I'm going to use 2 for the cost, and I'm going to pay X. That's 1. So then I'll pay an additional 3. I'm going to target this, this, and this to attempt to exile them. They become 2/2 green boars. Ooh, I thought he would have a counter for that.
So this goes into my library, 3rd from the top. And then I get 3/2 boars.
All right, untap. No flipping your mana crypt. I don't fucking have one. Play a Taiga. Uppercut. Hopefully I can uppercut what the fuck's going on right now. I will cast Eldaron of Rhetoric. Each player can't cast more than 1 spell each turn.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, seems really good, dude.
But in response, before it resolves, I will put Calamity's Wake on the stack. Exile all graveyards. Players can't cast non-creature spells this turn. Exile Calamity's Wake. So
What?
That is pretty good.
That's pretty nuts.
Damn. Hey, this is heat, bro. Nice. Bye-bye.
I didn't want to do that, but I had no way of stopping you from at least continuing to recur your shit.
I mean, that was awesome.
So now this resolves. This ETBs. Pass the turn.
Untap,
This only taps for green.
upkeep, draw. I'll pay 1 and pongify that jerk.
Fucking 1. I get a 3/3.
Yeah.
8.
I was gonna do it at the end of your turn, and then, you know, you did that other thing.
God damn it. At least I got rid of your graveyard.
You did do that.
Thank you.
Look at that. Look at that monkey.
Monkey killing monkey.
Apes together
Monkey.
strong.
Apes together are strong.
I'll declare battle. I'll swing at you with 3/2/2s, Mike, and at you with your own 2/2/2s, John.
In response, pay 3. I'm going to attempt to cast Arachnogenesis. Create X 1/2 green spider tokens with reach, where X is the number of creatures attacking you. Prevent all combat damage will be dealt.
I'll respond.
Yeah, I figured when you start tapping.
I'll pay 3 and cast Unwind. Counter target non-creature spell. Untap up to 3 lands.
Okay, in response to that, I'm going to tap these, and I'm going to take 3 damage and die.
Oh, in response to that? So my spell, no, I'm just saying, if in response to that, that makes my Unwind fizzle, I don't get to untap
Okay, well then
3
I'll
lands.
definitely do that then.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
I will block one of the 2/2s you sent my way.
Yeah.
So I kill 1 and I take 4. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, then I'll pay 3 and cast Windfall. How many cards do you have in hand?
How does he have it again?
6. I'll discard Tunnel Vision, draw 6 cards. Play an island as my land for turn. I'll pay 4 and cast God Eternal Kefnet, and I'll pass the turn.
Positive Fazoli's you motherfucker. Fuck you! You tapped out?
I am.
Good. I'm gonna pay 2 white. Grand Abolisher.
Seems good.
Okay.
That was a good draw into. Jesus. Oh, I gotta regroup here. Regroup. I'm gonna tap 3 mana. I'm gonna cast Kodama of the West Tree. Legendary creature Spirit, because we've got Spirit, because maybe we can get out of this thing. Modified creature you control of Trample. Whenever a modified creature you control does combat damage to a player, search your library for a basic land, put it into your hand, tapped, then shuffle. And it's a 3/3 mother. I will then tap for 3 green, because I got 3 creatures. And I'll do Farseek. Here's some ramp I needed a long fucking time ago. Can we get something important?
I was going to say, what if you don't have any basics left?
I am also worried about that. Plateau, baby. The only
Enters
thing I
tapped.
could do. Out of
Enters
all
tapped.
that, it's enters tapped.
It do.
It was the only thing I could get. If I didn't have that, I had nothing else. So literally, I got lucky. So I still have 1 floating green, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cut me in my little small deck. And, I'll pass the turn.
Oh, your guy has reach, huh?
He does have reach.
Untap my pigs. Okay, that will not get the job done.
What's
I'll
happening
pay
here?
3 and cast Fabricate. Searching my library for an artifact.
Can you imagine if you got brain wiped and you started watching the episode? You're like, yo, I'm running away with this.
I was like, oh yeah, easy. Oh.
And then what happens right now, the deja vu. How did Larry beat me again? Because I took the eye off the prize.
I'll get a soul ring. Tap the Biblioplex for 1, cast a soul ring. I'll tap an island for 1, cast an expedition map. I'll declare the battle and attack you for 4 in the air, Lynch.
Take 4.
Pay 2 and crack the expedition map. Searching my library for any land. I'll get a terrain generator and then I'll pass the turn.
Untap, draw for turn. I'll play a Cavern of Souls saying Wolf. I'll tap this for 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Tap this for 3, this for 4. I have all my colors. I'm casting my Jaws of the Conclave. Because of the cavern, it can't be countered. So I have my protection from your blue, and I have protection from by having the Grand Abolisher, abolishing your hopes and dreams. 2 2/2s you have there?
That is correct.
All right, I'll go ahead and swing. I'll just swing the
I'll double block. Kill your ape. I have 1 deuter now.
double block happens. Yeah, pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I'll play a terrain generator. I'll activate terrain generator, putting an island into play. I'll declare battle and attack you for 4 in the air with God Eternal Kefnet.
I'll take 4.
Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. I will play Verdant Catacombs that I'm not going to. I'm going to use it as a forest. Swing at you for 8. This is Vigilance.
Yeah, I take 8.
I will, before that happens though, I do draw because it's attack trigger. That is a pass.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I'll pay 2 and cast Prismatic Lens. I'll play an island as my land for turn. I'll attack you for 4.
I take 4.
I'll pay 4, second main phase.
I'm sweating.
So second main phase, I'll cast Aetherize just to get it out of my hand. Return all attacking creatures to their owner's hands. I'd use it on your turn, but Grand Abolisher stops me cold.
Why do you want it out of your hand?
Because I can activate the Biblioplex, paying 2 because I have 0 cards in hand, and look at the top card of my library. If it's an instant or sorcery, I may reveal it and put it into my hand. Part of the cards, 1 time.
You reveal it?
Spell Crumple.
What does that do?
Spell Crumple is a counter spell, counters target spell, and then you either put it on top of its owner's library or on the bottom of its owner's library. Unfortunately, though, Grand Abolisher stops any shenanigans I could hope to do with that. So I'll put it into my hand, or should I put it into my graveyard? Probably put it in my graveyard seems better. Yeah, that way I can use that again next turn potentially. Yeah. Okay, pass.
Untap. Draw for
No
turn.
whammy.
Play a Windswept Heath. Just in case he gets something out of my hand, I'll go ahead and play a Lotus Petal, which I can sack and add 1 mana of any color. I can take another damage, so I'll go ahead and try to whittle you down again. On attack trigger, I draw a card.
Okay, I'll take 8, go to 12.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna do this. It's a blocker, and it's someone that can start hitting you.
And he'll net even.
I will not even. So I will cast Dockside Extortionist, and I'll get 2 treasures. I pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, let's stay upbeat.
Be excited. Be excited. Come on, you know how many times we played 1v1? We're like, back in it, Larry. It's back in the. It's what's gonna happen? What you gonna do, brother? Be looking at
I'm gonna
you
play
40 earlier.
Solemn Simulacrum, brother.
Oh shit, brother.
That's a classic commander card right there.
Yep.
As
I
if you
still
needed
play
more
it.
land.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
That's kind of what he was thinking.
Oh, this doesn't tap. Sorry, Vigilance.
It has Vigilance.
Vigilance.
Vigilante.
And Trampolante.
I will pay 2 and activate the Biblioplex. I'll break out my library card and go to Dominaria's very own Biblioplex. Part of the cards.
What is it?
I may reveal, if it's an instant or sorcery card, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. If you don't put the card into your hand, you may put it into your graveyard. Later, island.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack you for 4 in the air. That's what I'm gonna do.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3,
Yeah, I passed.
Draw. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna crack this for white. I'm gonna tap this for 4. Shalai, Voice of the Perenni. Flying planeswalkers you control and other creatures you control have hexproof. And I can pay to put a +1 counter on each creature you control. So let's pay into that, because I had 1 extra floating, because this tapped for 4. So I have 1 green floating. I paid a white with the Lotus Petal. So I still have 1 floating. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can pay that once. So I'll put a +1 counter on each creature I control. 1, 2.
You also get them on the gobbo.
3, 4, 5, 6. Do that one more time. They're all modified creatures now. This is the only one that doesn't have. No, this is the only one that doesn't have haste. Commander's coming at you. These are all coming at you, Lair. Okay.
Blocks. 7 commander, up to 17 here and down to 5 here.
Modified creatures, Kev Treble. Sorry, that's true.
3, 5, so I take 3 there and 1 there. I'm at 1. Solemn dies. So I'll start by untapping.
Please do.
And we'll see what we can do here.
I'm so glad I have hexproof.
He's gonna top deck Cycriff. Here you go.
I hope not.
Might as well.
Rivers Rebuke.
Might as well have.
What is that? Reveals Rivers Rebuke. Return all non-land permanents target player controls to their owner's hand.
I
get it for
have hexproof.
It doesn't target. It doesn't target.
Target
player.
It does.
It says target player. I have hexproof.
It gives him
You
hexproof.
and planeswalkers you control other creatures have hexproof. It does say target on here. Return all that target player controls. Target. Shalai is the best card I could have played.
Oh my god.
Shalai, you motherfucker.
Oh no!
Selesnya. What? Am I happy now, Ray? Do I have the energy now? I went from being so sad. If you look at me, I was sad earlier. Now I'm excited. I'm so excited.
Brutal, dude. I kept drawing counters. This fucking card wins, dude.
So hold on.
Damn.
Hold on.
There's literal nothing I can do. Because I can't target you.
You can't, but you tried.
6. I'll pay 6, cast Rivers Rebuke, targeting myself. In response, I'll pay 3 and counter my own Rivers Rebuke with Wash Away, paying the cleave cost. Then I'll activate the Biblioplex since I have no cards in hand. I'm just gonna keep going.
Most runaround way to draw a card I've ever seen.
Opt.
Okay.
I'll put it into my hand. I'll pay 1, cast Opt, scry 1, then draw a card. Bottom you. Couldn't have been this one earlier, huh?
Yeah.
Mike, good game, dude.
That's
it, bro.
So I'm just gonna draw a card because you did a blue spell to see if there's anything that keeps me. Yeah, okay. So then what? I would just untap and swing.
Yeah, that's it, dude.
Untap.
I got nothing I can do.
And then swing, and I could pay into this. Yeah. All right, there you go.
Yeah.
I did not expect. Draw for turn. This is what I draw. I don't even need to cast anything because you can't plan my turn. So then I just swing out on you. And now we win by getting you. We win, I say.
We win. Nice.
Are you sure? Good game.
Dude, I really didn't think I was coming out of that.
That was
Good
so
game.
close, dude. Good game, Daniel.
Excellent.
But both of us were really afraid of him for a while.
Yeah,
and you
dude,
helped me feel that fear.
Shalai and Rivers Rebuke, though, dude.
That was crazy.
My goodness.
That was hot.
I just smiled. I was like, oh, yeah, now I got this motherfucker. And I would have if it wasn't for that
And then
meddling angel, dude.
And I was waiting that if you were going to do anything to bounce her, because if you had a bounce spell for her, because she's not hexproof.
If I had a
Then I
a
had
mass
the Veil of
bounce
Summer
spell,
for that, for like
Yeah.
at least giving me, the permanents I control hexproof. So I was like holding on to this with dear pain. But then it was crazy. Remember how I kept drawing fucking lands. Earlier, no fucking lands, and I'm like, here's all the goddamn lands.
Oh my god! And the worst part about it is you just survived on all that life you got when you killed him. I mean,
Oh, I had the life.
it was
The life.
unbelievable.
The Chroma's will.
So much life.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, that Chroma's will was huge.
That was fat.
That was pretty gnarly, dude. Oh man, getting the scroll rack definitely made it, and
I felt like I had to exile your stuff too, even though it really hurt me because I had endurance still. That I was trying to tutor for endurance.
Yeah.
To shuffle my whole graveyard into my library to hope that I would get better answers. Because all my answers, all my big stuff, you had in my graveyard.
Yeah.
Everything good was in my graveyard except for Shalai, apparently.
Yeah,
I
mean,
literally had nothing else, man. I just searched my library. Remember for all those lands? I'm sorry that when I attacked with Kodama, I forgot to search for land. I think I modified creatures. Are they supposed to search for lands? Oh, I
didn't have any.
I had no basic lands.
So he would have just failed.
So for all the common people that said I didn't trigger, I had no basic lands. We already knew that when I searched. So I didn't fuck up. I forgot the trigger, but I didn't. I knew in my heart of hearts that I couldn't go search for all that shit.
That was one of the craziest matches like ever.
Dude, I was really
wild.
concerned that this match was going to be
I know,
like this
it was
lopsided
awesome. It was
one
awesome.
side. Because then there was
that
a
was
point.
so dope, dude. After I take out John, it looks on paper like I'm just gonna fucking win.
Right.
Stacks piece after stacks piece stopping me from interacting. Like there was so much hate against me actually interacting.
Yeah.
And I would have meaningfully been able to. I would have aetherized you. That would have set you back on board so far. And I could have just killed you like one swing at a time. But I needed one way to get that dude out of there.
Remember the old me where you got rid of my bloom tender? By me trying to, that's what I was trying to go for the endurance. I was trying to sack my blue, and you were like, haha, you have nothing. And then I had 3 lands because the 4th one was the guy's cradle that wasn't tapping for shit.
Yeah.
You definitely set me
if,
back a lot.
If I had bounced the bird and been able to attack John, then I would have had the mana to be able to gather specimens on your bloom tender or on
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah.
You know, that's the other thing.
There were so many times where it was back.
Yeah,
It was
unbelievable.
that was a sexy game.
It was a great game.
I'm about to say, has there ever been a time?
How was it like for you on the show? This is your first time on the
Yeah,
show.
it was wild. Like, I've never seen a game happen where one player casts one extra turn and another player casts another extra turn and not win, and someone else takes the W.
Bro, I took like 3 extra
Or
turns
3
that
extra
game
turns.
and did not win.
And the board
My
state,
deck is janked, dude. Like,
the board state was just crazy, and both of us just like, okay,
yeah,
we just
yeah, I just
I-
ran out of answers.
I can't believe, I'll tell you, when I heard those extra turns, I was like, what the fuck? You gotta warn a motherfucker with extra turns.
That's so funny. No, I mean, that's one thing I love about coming on the show is like, I mean, you'll have stuff like this happen in like your normal pods and stuff, but like
Totally.
just the power level that like we play with and like, you know, people will say like, oh, I've noticed come on the show, so I borrowed this card or that card. So like everybody's just got like their best cards. Everybody's playing at like their best game.
Yeah.
I feel like every time I come on here, there's like some kind of crazy shenanigans.
I mean, there was even a time where like when we were rebuilding and I had nothing and he
Yeah.
was fucking with me. He
Yeah.
was like totally like, haha,
He was,
you're
like,
gonna have
taunting
nothing.
you, yeah.
He was totally fucking with me. I was like, now this guy's getting out of control. But then you started dismantling him. And then, I mean, I kept being worried that you were gonna get a psych Well, then I just kept being like, I'm like, I can just keep taking until I get to 21. I was like, I have to just keep this West tree in case I could do something. And then fucking Shalai, being able to put the counters
Yeah.
on her to give the trample. that
I
didn't
drew the
get
cards I
windfall.
needed, but I drew them like 1 turn too late. I got like a bunch of lands, and if I had gotten River's Rebuke,
Dude, you had a shitload of lands.
I know, but I kept drawing more. And then I drew River's Rebuke, but it was too late because you had just cast Shalai.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
1 turn
saying? It was
too late.
like literally that close. But that's what it's about, bro.
Dude,
Like,
that was
sick.
that was.
oh yeah, for
I
sure.
feel like I forgot that. So, did you have fun though?
Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun.
How did you feel at first when you were like running away with it?
I was
Were
like,
you-
okay, the stars are aligning, and then that one pivotal moment and when he windfall, I'm like, okay, this is bad now, because the answers were in my hand. I had the one counterspell in my hand.
I drew into a Vandal Blast. So originally my plan wasn't to do what I did. I just got so like, I just need to blow up all the artifacts. And then once I looked and I was like, oh, I can actually cast some shit, do some shit. Then I went in the other direction.
Yeah, then I proceeded to get one shot.
Then you got one shot. Yeah, I proceeded to one shot you instead of blowing up all your artifacts. Which I like feel bad for. I feel
No.
bad, but like, you know, welcome to I Hate
it
Your
was,
Deck.
it was,
Welcome.
thank you, I
You
appreciate
still
it.
kicked our shit in for a little bit. You know, you got your shit real kicked in.
Yeah,
he was attacking you nonstop. He was annihilating
Well,
you.
that's not true. I just, kind of picked him off after Daniel crushed him.
You were crushing him. You were.
It's like literally, it's like, all right, these Eldrazi's come through. You had to sacrifice everything.
Kentucky, I never hit you.
I know.
You're my buddy.
I know.
I'll keep coming from the Midwest. Bring that Midwest love over here.
When you got friends like Larry to stab you in the back.
Larry, we've had such a great rivalry on and off the camera. People don't know he runs 1v1 tournaments for people who think that they've got it in dual commander. Larry is a mean motherfucker, but we've gone at it, man.
You've
we've
won
had
one
good,
of the tournaments. It was awesome.
You did.
Yeah,
you
just
won,
like you
we've
won
had
this
fun.
game, dude. You like swooped it right out from like.
We have a rivalry,
dude. Like
We got a
sand
good-
slipping between my fingers, man. It's messed up.
We've
No,
had
that was fun.
we've had a good rivalry though going on when we go 1v1. When it became 1v1, I was like, man, I felt I was back in the driver's seat in one of your tournaments.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it took you a minute to like climb back into the driver's seat. I felt like when I spell pierced your Eldritch Evolution, I was just like, yeah, dude, now I've got this motherfucker.
I thought you did too. I was like, I am losing slowly.
I was like gloating and goading and.
I thought I was gonna
all this
slowly
stuff.
die. I was like, he's slowly bleeding me.
Yeah.
I'll have one turn
Yeah,
where
yeah.
I block with the damn West tree, and then you're gonna just keep smacking if I don't have a solution.
You had the solution.
Dude, that was really fun, dude. Great game, Larry.
Good game, brother.
Good game,
Fantastic
Kentucky.
Good
Thanks,
good game.
Hey, guys, every other Friday, check out I Hate Your Deck and see what bullshit might happen on our channel. Who knows what's going to win? I thought he was going to win. Him. And then somehow I fell into it. But hey, if you can support our Patreon so we can keep doing crazy episodes like this and keep showing you awesome, cool tech, support our channel. I'm in the Discord, so you can chat with me in the Discord, or you can play with all of our patrons and with me. I love testing these decks in the Discord. So I hope to see you, and thank you again for all the things. Until next time, every other Friday, peace. If you really want to support I Hate Your Deck, there's a lot of ways to help support us. Number one way is through Patreon. Patreon is a great place where you get to join our community. We have a Discord where we play a lot of Magic with our friends, and there's such a community of people from around the world in our Discord. So if you want access to our deck list, do you want to play Magic with a lot of people from all over the world and interact or help brew your decks, the I Hate Your Deck Discord through Patreon will help you get all that done. Hey, if you've been liking I Hate Your Deck, hit the like, subscribe, and ring that bell to get notifications when we have new episodes coming out. And we also have bonus episodes. If you want to see those bonus episodes that were too hot for YouTube, join our Patreon to check that out. I Hate Your Deck would like to thank our sponsor, No Pulp Media. It's where we're shooting right now, and it's where a lot of people come to record music or do podcasts. So if you're looking to do that, check out No Pulp Media here in Long Beach.
Hey, it's time for the random Patreon shoutouts. I'd like to thank Nerd C, Ron Hammer, and Isaac Cameron. Thanks, guys.
If you want a shout out, you need to be a tier 4 or tier 5 patron where we give shout outs. Now, we love all of our patrons, but it's just one of the perks of being a tier 4 or tier 5 patron. Without you patrons, we wouldn't be where we are today, and we wouldn't be able to keep making content. So thank you so much for helping us make this show a reality, and we're really excited to keep bringing you great content for the years to come. I can't wait to be able to bring my son on the channel once he gets old enough, let me tell you.
I Hate Your Deck. Wizards of the West Coast. Tapping out and slinging spells. Wizards of the West Coast. Tapping out and slinging spells. I Hate Your Deck. Wizards of the West Coast. I Hate Your Deck. Wizards of the West Coast. I Hate Your Deck. Join the I Hate Your Deck Patreon exclusive Discord to get the various benefits and be able to play Commander daily with people from around the world in our global community. I Hate Your Deck.